with late game execution.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
This is a public service announcement. PSA, everyone. PSA. Can we stop calling people the Michael Jordan of whatever sport they play? I'm just watching the video. I'm just now watching the highlights of the Super Bowl from this past year because once my team is gone, I don't watch anything. I don't watch the Super Bowl, especially if the Chiefs are going to be in it. I don't want to watch another Super Bowl with the Chiefs in it. Hopefully next year that won't be the Chiefs in it. Hopefully it'll be like the Ravens and maybe the Eagles repeat because my team sure ain't going anywhere next year already. Yeah, I said it before the draft is even here. Packers ain't doing nothing next year. That reminds me. I gotta make a video about that. But anyway, look at just how I've been hearing about, Patrick Mahomes and the Michael Jordan of the end. No! Michael Jordan don't get blown out in a championship game. Okay? He don't get blown out twice by the Buccaneers and Eagles. So no, he ain't no Michael Jordan in the NFL. Shut that up. There's only one and only person that can be Michael Jordan ever. Okay? You gotta go undefeated in every Super Bowl, World Series, or in the finals you playing to catch Michael Jordan. But anyways, speaking of Michael Wilbon, he had something to say, and I was trying to figure out what is Michael Wilbon going off about, because I've seen it from different channels, and I saw a headline when I was searching the internet earlier in the day. I'm like, what the heck is Michael Wilbon trending for? And I guess he got a lot to say about the media and most notably this whole LeBron and Stephen A. Smith. I'm just laughing thinking about it. This whole LeBron Stephen A. Smith feud that's been going on. But before I go in, like, share, and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. All right, let's go. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. So I had to figure out what Michael Wilbon was going off about. I had to figure out what this was going on. So he rants about the Stephen A. Smith and LeBron and sports media. Let me read this article right quick. The ongoing drama between LeBron and Stephen A. Smith, which kicked up a notch this following week or this past week, the NBA star sit-down interview with Pat McAfee is hard to ignore. That doesn't mean everyone has to enjoy it, even if they work for ESPN. Longtime Pardon the Interruption host Michael Wilbon recently discussed the matter and just about everything else in a wide-ranging interview with Fox Corporation on Outkick. I haven't heard of that in a long time. I used to watch Outkick during COVID. But anyways, on LeBron, Wilbon said that he thinks no one has been better with the media than James, but his recent line of attacks are beneath it, including shots he took at Brian Windhorst. Brian Windhorst is great at what he does, and I will vouch for him anytime against anyone, he added. When asked if he felt the sports media unfairly covered LeBron, Wilbon barked and made larger cases for why the modern players are simply wrong about this sentiment. I have heard from players like Kevin Durant lately, said Wilbon, they say the previous generation of players were not criticized like they are. And I guess on Outkick, you can say anything you want because Wilbon said, F that. They better wake the F up. I have said this to please players privately and will say it publicly. Everyone gets criticized. That is true. They are just too young to know what the hell they're talking about, but maybe I'm just old. From there, the conversation shifted to social media, which, along with analytics, has been a thorn in the side of the 66-year-old Wilbon for years. I'm not a child of this era. I'm not a child of the mainstream media, he said. There is no accountability in this world. I had to be accountable to bosses and editors. These people on the internet don't. Circling back to LeBron versus Stephen A. Smith, Wilbon made it clear he doesn't see much value in the drama. He just prefer that Windhorst didn't end up as a sharp nail in it. This whole LeBron Stephen A. Smith stuff, I just can't. Enough. Stop it, he said. I'm too old to consume it, but Windhorst didn't deserve it. When it was brought up that ESPN and FS1 reportedly discussed Bronny James more than MVP candidate Shai Gilgeous-Alexander this season, Wilbon didn't mince words. Let me be clear, our business is a piece of SHIT a lot these days, he said. There is no one or nobody enforcing the standards or having tough conversations. This is what happens when you no longer have functioning newsrooms because everyone is working from hotel rooms, from their bedrooms, and maybe even from their beds. Our business is ish these days. Some days it just is. So that's pretty much that. So it seemed like he crashed out on ESPN, FS1, Sports Media, and this whole Bronny James. And you know what? Maybe I really am a 50 or 66-year-old man that was born in 1990. Because I have to agree with him. I definitely do. Yeah, this Stephen A. Smith and LeBron thing, it's entertaining, but also at the same time, it's some people probably don't like it. It's just goofy. So he does have a point in that. Now I'm not in the hallways at ESPN, FS1, these other places, but from what I can tell, it seems like a lot of these so-called journalists and analysts on ESPN and other sites, it looks like somebody's always talking from their bedroom, podcasting from their bedroom, podcasting from a hotel room, Stephen A. Smith included. That's what it seems like. Skype calls. That's what it does seem like these days. Not much going on in the actual newsroom like it was back in the day. I have to agree with that. Offshore studio room somewhere. What else did he say in this? He said a lot. I have to agree. Me, it has been dog crap. It's been dog crap because they do stuff with clicks and all that stuff, clicks and ratings. He has a point with them talking about what's his name, Shai Gilgeous, not talking about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for MVP, but they've been talking about Bronny James. They made a big deal about him scored 17 points against the Bucks in a blowout game. You see, they start freaking losing their loads everywhere, just dancing with honey on their stomachs and everything, pouring honey all down their bodies and gyrating all over the place. When Bronny James scored 17 points in a blowout game, they did do that. They made a big deal about when he was drafted. I think everything's just surrounding the kid has just been just fabrications. The first game they played with each other, his father and son played. You had King Griffey Jr., Senior, and Junior. There's just, yeah, it's crazy. And I have to agree with Wilbon. I definitely have to agree. The sports media just is not doing their job. They don't honor the players of the past, in particular the NBA, of course. That just gave me another idea. I wasn't going to talk about it. Now I will talk about it, maybe. But anyways, they don't honor that at all. They just poo-poo out on that. He had a freaking idiot-ass coach that's now currently coaching Lakers, calling players of the past plumbers and firemen. And then you got these goofball kids out there echoing the same sentiment that JJ Redick said. And they really believe that because they can't think for themselves anymore. So yeah, it is. Now, I don't know what it is. I just thought about something too. I keep thinking about stuff. I don't know how it is on the MLB network. I don't watch the MLB network or the NHL network. I used to watch the NFL network. They honor the players of the past. But the NBA, Kareem,
Kareem wasn't good. Kevin Durant was more dominant than Kareem. Giannis has scored 250 points in the 70s.
It's like, what? It's just crazy. It's utterly insane. And then when they do talk about the game of basketball and they analyze the game of basketball, they call dumb. LeBron James calling players like Shaq and Charles Barkley unintelligent. And some people brought up a good point. Some other YouTubers brought up a good point that LeBron James is doing all this freaking. He tried to accuse Stephen A. Smith of world touring, but he's doing it going on Pat McAfee's show and calling other black people unintelligent. But this guy is supposed to be a black activist. Ah. Anyways, but yeah, Wilbon's right. I agree with Wilbon 100% on this whole key issue. The sports media is just a joke right now. It's a complete joke. So, anyways, tell me what you guys think.